Okay, we are now starting the fourth worksheet for balancing chemical equations, and we are going to start with, as always, writing down our elements. We have silver, iodine, sodium, and sulfur here. We have one silver on the left and two on the right. We have one iodine on the left and one on the right. Two sodiums on the left and one on the right, and one sulfur on the left and one sulfur on the right. Alright, so let's begin. We have two on the right, one on the left. So I'm going to multiply that by 2. And that changed our iodine in the process. So now we have 2 iodines on the left and 1 on the right. So I'm going to multiply sodium iodide by 2. And that changed our sodium. And that balanced out everything else. So our answer here is 2, 1, 1, and 2. Okay, the next one. Notice for this one, we have phosphates on the left and we have phosphate on the right, and they stayed as a group. So I'm actually going to keep them as a group just to make my life easier. So I have sodium, phosphate, hydrogen, and chlorine. I have 3 sodiums on the left and 1 on the right, 1 phosphate on the left and 1 on the right, 1 hydrogen on the left, and we have 3 on the right over here, and 1 chlorine and 1 chlorine. So I have 3 sodiums on the left, so I'm going to multiply NaCl by 3. That actually changed our chlorines in the process. Phosphates, we have 1 phosphate on the left and 1 on the right, so that's fine. Hydrogens, we have 1 on the left and 3 on the right, so I'm going to multiply the hydrogens by 3, the HCl by 3. That also changed our chlorines in the process, and it actually balanced our chlorines for us. So our answer here is 1, 3, 3, and 1. Alright. So here we have barium, nitrogen, hydrogen, and oxygen. We have 3 bariums on the left and 1 on the right. We have 2 nitrogens on the left and 1 on the right. 2 hydrogens on the left and 2 here, and we have 3 more here, so we actually have 5 on the right. 1 oxygen and 2 oxygens on the right. So we have 3 bariums, so that means I'm going to multiply barium hydroxide by 3, but that also changed our oxygens. So we have these 2 in here, and we're going to multiply it. See, notice the 2 on the outside? That means that everything inside the parentheses is multiplied by 2. So we have 2 oxygens and 2 hydrogens here. And then we're multiplying the whole thing by 3. So that means we have 2 times 3. We actually have 6 oxygens now. We have 6 hydrogens here, and we have 3 more here. So we actually have 9 hydrogens. 2 nitrogens here. I'm going to multiply this whole compound by 2 to get our nitrogens. And now that's changed our hydrogens. We have 6 here. We still have 2 times 3, so we have 6 here. So that means we actually have 12 hydrogens now. Alright, so bariums are balanced, nitrogens are balanced, hydrogens. Multiply this by 6 to make them to have 12 hydrogens. And we now have 6 oxygens, and that balances it out. Number 4, we have titanium, and chlorine, hydrogen, and oxygen. 1 titanium on the left and 1 on the right. We have 4 chlorines and 1 on the right. Hydrogens, we have 2 hydrogens on the left and 1 on the right, and 1 oxygen on the left and 2 on the right. Titaniums are balanced. Chlorines, we have 4 on the left and 1 on the right. That means I want to multiply HCl by 4 to make that 4. That also changes that hydrogen to 4. On the left-hand side, then, I'm going to multiply H2O by 2 to make it 4 hydrogens, and that changes our oxygens to 2. So our answers here are 1, 2, 1, and 4. And the last one for this video is number 5, and it's Ca, Cl, Na. Notice that the phosphates here and phosphate here, they didn't break it up. And so I am going to keep the PO4 all together. So calciums, we have 1 on the left and 3 on the right. Chlorines, we have 2 on the left, and chlorines, we have 1 on the right. Sodium, we have 3 on the left and 1 on the right. And phosphates, we have 1 and 2. So I'm going to multiply calcium chloride by 3 to make that 3 calciums, and that changes our chlorines to actually 6. So we have 6 chlorines on the left. I'm going to multiply NaCl by 6 in order to make our chlorine 6. That changed our sodiums to 6 now. Now we have calciums balance and chlorines balance. Sodiums, we have 3 here and 6 over here on the right. So I'm going to multiply sodium phosphate by 2, so that way I have 6 sodiums. That changes our phosphates to 2, which is a good thing because now our phosphates are balanced. And that's the end of questions 1 through 5 on the 4th balancing equations worksheet.